Welcome, dear friends, to Awakened Sounds. Today we begin a sacred journey into one of the most profound texts of all time, the Heart Sutra. In this first part, we'll explore Sutra lines 1 to 3. These opening words are not just the beginning of a scripture. They are the doorway into wisdom that has guided countless seekers for over 2,000 years. So, take a deep breath, open your heart, and let us step together into the world of Avalokiteśvara Bodhisattva and the essence of Prajna Paramita. Everyone has heard of the Heart Sutra. Some say it's mysterious, some say it's powerful. But nearly everyone who encounters it feels something awaken deep within. Have you ever wondered, why is this short scripture, only a few lines long, so revered by sages, monks, and spiritual seekers for over 2,000 years? What is the secret within these words that helps us live with more clarity, peace, and freedom, even in the chaos of modern life? The answer lies not in how long it is, but in how deep it goes. The Heart Sutra doesn't ask you to believe. It invites you to see clearly, to look beyond illusion, to pierce the veil of suffering, and to rediscover a wisdom that has always lived inside you. So why should we read it? Because this is not just a Buddhist scripture. It is a mirror, one that gently reflects your thoughts, your fears, your attachments, and softly whispers, you can let go now. Whether you're overwhelmed by emotion, weighed down by expectations, or searching for deeper meaning, this sutra is a quiet lantern for the soul. Now let us begin. At the very heart of the teaching, the heart of Prajna Paramita Sutra, Banruo Bolomido Shinjing, the heart of perfect wisdom. What does it mean? Prajna means deep, intuitive wisdom, the kind that sees reality as it truly is. Paramita means perfection or crossing over, the practice that carries us beyond suffering, like crossing an ocean to reach the other shore. The Heart Sutra is the distilled essence of all Buddhist wisdom, a guiding light for those on the path to freedom. This is not intellectual wisdom, it's transformational wisdom, the kind that doesn't just inform, it liberates. How to reflect and find the root. Practical spiritual reflection. When life becomes heavy, don't just escape or numb the pain. Ask yourself gently, why am I suffering right now? What part of me is afraid or grasping? What expectation was unmet? What illusion am I still clinging to? Look within and inquire, am I demanding that reality be different from what it is? Am I measuring my worth through someone else's eyes? The Heart Sutra begins with awareness. It teaches us to look with honesty and to release what no longer serves our freedom. Life examples, emotionally grounded, real-life reflections. 1. You've always pushed yourself to be perfect. Deep down, it's because love and approval only came when you succeeded. You weren't taught you're enough simply by being. Wisdom sees this pattern and helps you release it. 2. You try to please everyone, constantly saying yes, but inside you feel tired, unseen, even angry. Why? Because you fear rejection. Awareness brings healing. 3. You're facing darkness, confusion, grief, loneliness, and then something shifts. One breath of stillness, one insight, like a candle in the night you begin to see. That light is wisdom. Opening the door to deeper practice. This sutra is not a doctrine. It's a mirror for the heart. Every time we recite or reflect on it, we return to the present moment. And remember, we are not broken. We are not behind. We are already walking the path. The Heart Sutra doesn't give you more to chase. It shows you what you can release. It reminds us, the problem is not that life has no answer. The problem is, we haven't yet seen clearly. This sutra is not just about understanding. It's about awakening. Now, let us begin our journey into the Heart Sutra. It doesn't begin with theory. It begins with a living presence, a great being who embodies the very wisdom we seek. This being is Avalokiteśvara Bodhisattva, the Bodhisattva of boundless compassion. But in this moment, he is not reaching outward to save others. He is turning inward, into the silence of his own being, and practicing the deep insight known as Prajna Paramita, the wisdom that sees clearly, without clinging, without fear. And what does he discover? That the 5 skandhas, body, feelings, perceptions, volitions, and consciousness are not solid, not separate, not self. They're empty, not meaningless, but open, flowing, impermanent, free. And in that moment of clear seeing, all suffering falls away. This isn't just his story. This is our invitation. Now let us listen to this luminous line, Sutra line 1. Avalokiteśvara Bodhisattva, practicing deep prajna paramita, clearly saw the emptiness of the 5 skandhas and was freed from all suffering. Guanzizai Pusa, Xing Ban, Ruobolo Mi Duo Shi, Chaojian Wu Yun Jie Kong, Do Yi Jie Ku Wo. True essence of the sutra line. Avalokiteśvara didn't escape pain. He turned toward it with presence and wisdom. He looked directly into the 5 aspects of human experience, body, emotions, thoughts, will, and awareness, and saw they are not fixed, not me, not permanent. They are ever-changing waves in the ocean of being. And when we see this, we stop clinging. That moment of insight is liberation. Freedom doesn't come from controlling life, but from seeing it clearly. How to reflect and find the root. Gentle self-inquiry practices. 1. Ask yourself, is my pain really caused by what happened, or by my belief that it shouldn't have? 2. Write down the thought that is hurting you. Then ask gently, why do I care so much about this? What wound is it touching? 3. In silence, place your hand on your heart and say, may I see clearly, may I let go. Awareness brings clarity. Compassion brings healing. Life examples. Real life scenarios to make it relatable. 1. A mother yells at her child for scoring low on a test. Later, in stillness, she sees the truth. It wasn't about the grade. It was her fear of being seen as a bad parent. Awareness opens space for compassion. 2. After a breakup or job loss, someone feels broken. But what hurts most isn't the event. It's the thought. It shouldn't have happened. When that thought is released, peace returns. Opening to a deeper realization. The Heart Sutra doesn't teach escape. It teaches awakening through honesty. True freedom isn't found by avoiding pain, but by seeing it clearly and realizing you are not your emotions. You are not your story. You are the one who sees, and that seer is already free. When we stop grasping, when we stop identifying, we return to the stillness that was always here. This is the path Avalokiteśvara walked, and it is open to each of us with every breath. Now, we arrive at one of the most poetic and profound verses in the entire Heart Sutra. This single line has echoed through centuries, studied by monks, philosophers, seekers, and yet its wisdom remains ever alive, ever unfolding. Avalokiteśvara now turns to Shariputra, a disciple known for his sharp intellect and deep inquiry. But what comes next goes beyond logic. It is not meant to be solved. It is meant to be seen. He says, Sutra line 2, form does not differ from emptiness, and emptiness does not differ from form. Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. 色不异空，空不异色，色即是空，空即是色. At first it sounds like a paradox, but these are not riddles. They are keys. Keys that unlock the illusions of self, identity, suffering, and even the fear of death. Most of us believe what we can see and touch is real. What we cannot see is empty, meaningless. But the sutra reveals a deeper truth. That very distinction is illusion. Form, our bodies, emotions, the physical world, is not separate from emptiness. And emptiness, that vast, spacious stillness, is not apart from form. They arise together like waves in the ocean, inseparable, alive, and ever-changing. And this is not just about our body. It applies to every layer of our being. Feelings, thoughts, choices, even awareness itself. Let us now receive this sacred line, Sutra line 3. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form is emptiness and emptiness is form. The same applies to feelings, perception, volition, and consciousness. Shi li zi, se bu yi kong, kong bu yi se, se ji shi kong, kong ji shi se. Shou, xiang, xing, shi, yi fu ru shi. True essence of the sutra. Line. What looks solid is always changing. What feels empty is alive with potential. Form and emptiness are not two, they are one dance. What you cling to will pass. What you ignore as nothing may hold the deepest truth. This is not just philosophy, it's freedom. When we realize that everything is in motion, we stop clinging, and in that release, we awaken. How to reflect and find the root. Gentle, practical self-inquiry. Next time you're caught in a strong emotion, pause and ask, will this still feel this intense tomorrow? Is this emotion truth, or just a wave passing through? Watch your feeling like you'd watch a cloud. It comes, it changes, it fades. The one who watches, that's your true self. Life examples, emotionally grounded and relatable. 1. Someone criticizes you. It stings. Days later, the words fade. But you're still hurting. It's not the words, but the attachment that lingers. 2. You feel betrayed by a friend. The anger burns hot until the truth comes out. It was a misunderstanding. What once felt solid dissolves into compassion. 3. You replay a mistake over and over, but the moment is already gone. Only your mind clings to the echo. In all of these, you begin to see form is emptiness, and emptiness is always moving into new form. Spiritual extension opening the door to inner freedom. Your thoughts are not who you are. Your feelings are not who you are. Even your identity is not fixed. You are the awareness behind it all, and that awareness is spacious, still, and free. When we stop trying to hold on to things, we begin to hold everything with grace. This is the wisdom that frees the heart and softens the soul. This is the truth Avalokiteśvara revealed, and it is waiting for you in this very breath. Dear friends, this is only the beginning of our journey through the Heart Sutra. Today we planted the seeds of wisdom and compassion. The path continues in part 2, and I warmly invite you to join me in the next episode. If this video touched your heart, please remember to subscribe, like, and share, so together we can spread light and awakening to the world. May peace embrace you and clarity awaken within you.